And welcome y'all to the Sit On Me podcast. I just added that today. I am Dean, baby.
I'm Duff.
And Duff wants us all to die. And that's how we're going to start this shit off, because we were having an interesting conversation about what we wanted to talk about a little bit on this podcast today. And normally Duffy and I are just into nonsense and fuckery, and this is still going to be nonsensical, and it's still going to be fuckeritacious, as they would say, or no one would say. Maybe I just said it. But these MIT scientists, this is what sparked it up, right? So this is what originally was. I originally just saw a headline, and then I delved a little bit deeper to the article, but the headline is what caught me. The headline said, MIT predicted society will collapse by 2040. New data tells us how we're doing. And this is from thehill.com. And then something else, we can even go back into the Bing. You can see where I searched, and don't judge me for Bing right now. The BBC, U.S. spies peer into future. What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck?
What did that say?
This is live too. Hold on. What the fuck? U.S. spies peer into the future and it doesn't look good. What does that even mean? Hold on. We didn't even mean to get into this shit. Hold on. This is real live. This is what happens when you go live, people.
Yeah.
The U.S. intelligence community has issued a survey of where the world may end up in 2040, and it warns of political vitality and growing international competition, even conflict. The report, entitled "A More Contested World," is an attempt to look at key trends and outline a series of possible scenarios. That's crazy, because them little kids in China right now that are going through all that AI shit, by 2040, they'll be adults and having, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes back to our point, though, of earlier, of just like, the U.S. and its allied harness technology and economic growth to deal with domestic international challenges, while China and Russia crackdowns going to stifle innovation and strengthen the appeal of democracy. Oh, this is all about like democracy and yada, yada, yada. Oh, can you even see this right now?
No.
Why you ain't tell me?
I just thought you were going to read it off.
Oh, shit. Nah, bro. So basically, my bad, people. Fuck, Duff. My bad, bro. I'm fucking out here just reading this shit.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, I'm here.
Nah, bro. All right, so you see?
Well, I was going to say, by the headline, I could have said that, or I could have deduced that.
Yeah, basically, like the way that, but then this was written back in 2021.
Well, I mean, I can ballpark.
Still 2 years ago, yeah, but still, like, 2040. Basically, they're talking about like vulnerable democracy. So I don't know when they say. I think they're saying it doesn't look good for democracy, but then the question becomes like, if it doesn't look good for democracy, why would they allow the current trends to continue the way they're going? What I mean by allow is the shit that they're backing. Let it be like, legislatively, like our spending and shit. Like, it's weird. So it does go back to the point of when, but, and then because here's my question: what does this alien shit mean? But let's get into it. Like, because this is gonna all tie back into when is it all over for humans?
Yeah.
Them releasing the aliens, no one giving a fuck. What level of fuckery are we at right now?
I feel like that was mostly like we all knew for decades that there was some other life form out there, and the government's like, hey, we haven't confirmed anything yet, so we don't want to speak.
He's not real.
We don't want to speak out of pocket,
right?
And then one day they're like, I think we should tell them. Yeah.
But then no one. Is it because fucking Hunter Biden is out here fucking licking cocaine out of fucking hookers, fucking prostitutes, like, hookers, fucking pussies, and then fucking getting paid off by China, giving it to the big man, which is Joseph Biden, allegedly.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I always think, like, I always personally felt like there was other life forms out there, and like, I mean, if I was them watching us, I'd be like, yo, let's get them.
Well, this goes back to the point of view, right? So when I said, oh shit, the world can end at 2040, and you're like, if we're fucking lucky. Like, what the fuck, Duff? Why do the rest of us gotta fucking leave?
I'm just saying, like,
that's some Bert Kreischer shit you just said. You're like, you know what? Like, when I die, I want everybody else to stop, because I don't want to miss the party, right?
Yeah. Well, I was saying, man, I'd be okay with it by like 2025.
Motherfucker, no.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be 35 by then.
No. No, the rest of us, we got shit to do. But it goes back to a point though, like, why is society fucking downtrending? And not to like, because this isn't us, like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't get deep and shit, and we're not trying to, like, you know, trying to be light of it, but like, why the fuck is everybody so goddamn lazy and stupid? I think that's what it comes down to. Like, when is it like incompetency and you being a terrible worker gets you rewarded?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
Legitimately.
And I even see it. I see it all the time.
Especially in the private sector. As funny as it sounds, they talk about the public sector all the time, but these private sector niggas be wilding.
Dude, yeah. No, it's 100% like because it's because we're in a society now where like we're pandering to how people feel. Like it's like, it's just the perfect. I'm so glad this happened within the last couple weeks too. Like it's like that whole Lizzo thing, dude. Like
come on now.
For years, for what was it? Like 3, 4, 5 years now. She's out here like, oh, I'm beautiful because I'm fat, and you have to think so.
Look at me.
Yeah. Like, no. And then you have all these idiots running around and goes, well, that's how she feels. I was like, I'm gonna fuck how she should.
Lizzo is super, like, she is just like the greatest. She's super healthy, and I've never had a problem with Lizzo until she started dragging every goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Like when she went out to the game looking like Rikishi, like, bitch. Like,
well, I mean,
here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Who signs up to look at this? That's straight quiche.
Look
at my man right there smiling.
Why?
Exact, bro. She was at the game dressed like Rikishi.
Why? Like, why?
Look.
Why?
Were they? I have a question. Were they eating banana, like, you know, banana flavored, vagina flavored bananas this night too? You think so?
Maybe. I mean, well, I'm sure she had some nachos.
But my thing is, how do you? And I know this joke has been said, but I'm not even saying it as a joke. I'm being legitimately the fuck honest. How fat you got to be for Lizzo to get pissed off?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. She's telling her backup dancers like, y'all are too fat. Like, I'm beautiful, but y'all are too fat.
And then here's something else in the allegations that really took me for a fucking loop. So she allegedly was bullying them for having premarital sex and doing all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Duffy, I have a question for you, sir.
Lay it on me.
Why was she then taking them to these shows where they were eating fucking vagina flavored bananas? Like, why was she making them and then she would be telling them about, I guess, like, guys she'd be trying to hook up with or whatever the fuck it is. Like, listen, let me tell you something. Precious would fucking never. The woman who plays Precious, Gabby Simple, she would never. She's out there classy. She got herself a nice little white man. She ain't bothering nobody.
She knows what it is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She taking pictures with her legs wrapped around his head. Like, it's still tasteful. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't bothering nobody. You know, where Lizzo is like out here, like, I am a fat warrior, and no one can disrespect fat people if you're not fat like me. Like, I just don't. Oh my God, you gotta be an evil, conniving bitch to do shit like that.
That's what be fat and make fun of
fat people.
She is the Garth Brooks of hip hop, man. I am telling you, there's worse shit going on that we haven't figured out yet. There definitely is.
All right, so here's the question: if Lizzo was such a piece of shit, right? And you see how everybody's dropping her left and right. Like, you know, she was up, I guess, for consideration for the halftime show. They said, fuck off. There was another. This is like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, you know, Jay-Z's Rock Nation, they had some fucking festival, canceled that shit. Then, like, she was, like her name was in, like, these songs for Beyonce. Beyonce took them shits out, added Britney Spears, and fucking said something for Erykah Badu. And then if we're gonna be even fucking like I guess look at it from an even more hilarious take. This bitch is fat. Like, she's fat, making fun of fat people. Like, and then on top of that, but here's the thing: did her, and this is what I was going to originally, my point got a little bit lost. did she fail her sacrifice part of the ritual? Like they are cutting her off way too fast, way too quick. You know what I mean? Like, did she fuck up? Did she fuck up the ritual? Did she bobble? She ain't sacrificed nobody close to her.
I don't think so. And what do you mean by that?
Well, because you listen, you know the running gag with all these famous motherfuckers in Hollywood, like legit Hollywood, is like they're into weird shit. They sacrifice children and babies.
Oh
and
yeah,
and then they fucking drink each other's bloods and they do fucking sacrifices. They kill their best friends or somebody they love close to them or some weird shit like that. Like there's always that big ass rumor with the shit. So I was just wondering, like, did this bitch fail her sacrifice? This bitch ain't do the sacrifice right.
I think she sacrificed herself.
I mean,
it's like they told her, like from the rip, they're like, "Yo, Lizzo, we're gonna make you famous, and you're gonna have hits, and people are gonna sing along with you, and then one day, since you're fat, you're gonna get in trouble for calling people fat, and then
what if
you're
these
done."
bitches lied?
I don't care.
What if no? What if these bitches lied? Like, what if they just like? Is there any evidence of them going to the Naked Cabaret show?
I mean, with the details that were given, eating bananas out of prostitute snatches.
I get it, but did they eat the bananas? Did they watch someone else eat the bananas?
I think she made them eat the bananas. She's probably like, you want to have premarital sex? This is what it's all about. Now eat that banana. I mean, to me, that sounds like a pretty good time, but I can understand.
Yeah, the wildness of it.
Yeah. I just like the kicker for me is like she promotes like her whole shtick is like body positivity and like everybody's beautiful, and then like women who, because I mean I've seen like videos of her backup dancers. Her backup dancers are smaller than her.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, look at
these are the fat bitches.
I mean, they're thicker, but they're not bigger than her.
No, okay. So here's the question then. When she's saying y'all losing weight, y'all can lose your job, is that because they're now missing steps? Like, are they not hitting beat? Because I did know, I know two people, my cousin and someone else. They both toured as musicians, right?
Right.
Both of them drummers. They both had the same rules apply. This is what the only thing they had to do. Show up on time to every rehearsal.
Yeah.
Show up on time to every performance.
Yeah.
Don't miss a beat.
That's fair.
That's it.
That's fair.
That's it. That's the only thing they had to do. So now my question becomes, with these girls, you gotta show up on time for rehearsal.
Yeah.
You gotta show up on time for the show.
Yeah.
Can't be missing beats.
Yeah.
So if they start gaining weight, like if I'm looking at it from an athlete perspective, like I know it's fun to shit on Lizzo, but let's just take it away from Lizzo for a hot second. Let's just you know what I mean?
Okay.
From an athletic perspective, how many fat motherfuckers have you played with? Or not even fat. Let's just say somebody who got a little bit out of shape from an injury or something like that. They got to lose some weight in order to play at the speed and precision that's needed for them to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It could be the same thing here. Like, yeah, you bitches got to lose fucking weight because you bitches can't fucking move like you used to.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be out here 375 pounds at 6'2", hitting everything. Is that how Lizzo?
Is that how big she is?
I mean, she looked like it.
So yeah, no, she looks like a good nose tackle.
Nigga, what? That or guard?
Yeah.
You ain't getting around Lizzo. What?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That feet, like not for nothing. She could be like a little short tackle. You know, there's been like some 6'2", 6'3" tackle. She could be like stubby out there and shit.
I mean, but to your point, I mean, that's entirely possible. But at the same time, if in sports, because you're using the example of football.
Yeah.
With football, like the point of it is to produce at a high level. It's not like in football they're saying, hey, get as fat as you want, but don't lose a step. Like, obviously that's going to happen. Like
That's what I'm. But this is what I'm saying though, because they also have to perform at a high level. Like not for nothing. Before this whole debacle, Lizzo was selling out spots. So you don't just
I
get.
know.
You're not in the running for the Super Bowl halftime show by being like blasé. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Lizzo moves tickets and moves seats and
Richter scales, mailboxes, all that
you
other
know,
stuff.
all that shit. All that shit.
This is so mean, but I just like I've been wanting to do this for years to shit on her.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, I can't fucking stand that whole idea because like you know I was fat. Ain't nobody over here being like, "Oh, Duff, you're still beautiful." Like,
well, they only talk. If you ever realize, they're only talking to women.
I know
Because no one gives a fuck about a fat man. Because we tell him, get your fat ass up the way we look at that bullshit.
eat a salad, go to the gym,
call it a day. These ones like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm thick. Oh, I mean, okay, that's what you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like, not even trying to be an asshole, but it's just like the truth nowadays. Of course, you say the truth. Everybody has becomes up in arms.
Yeah, I know. Well, that just ties back to the like my initial point. We just pander to how people feel instead of telling them like, hey, you may not feel like you're at risk for heart disease, but you are.
You're living on the edge. Like, and then especially when you don't do anything.
Yeah.
like no kind of lifting, no kind of jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or wrestling, or you don't fucking go run, you don't play soccer or basketball, you just go to work and go home.
Yeah.
And then you live on coffee, hatred, fucking cigarettes and booze. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's fucking like it's a recipe for an early grave, but then also too, now we live in a day and age where you like try to make fun of people, or you're like, they're fucking idiots. It's just like immediately goes to mental health. That's like, whoa.
Right.
What does that got to do with the price of milk for this person if they were fine every other way? Like, don't we all know about mental health the same way they do?
Yeah.
So why can't I make fun of them?
Yeah, exactly.
Within means, within a realm.
Right. I mean,
I don't even know how I went off on that tangent, to be honest with you.
Everything's on a scale, but like, it's just, I don't know.
Going back to Lizzo.
Yeah. It makes me so happy.
Well, you know what I mean? Listen, hey, the world's going to end. Yeah. Everyone's turned on Lizzo, even her own fans, especially the fat ones, because they felt the most betrayed. They said,
I know they did.
This bitch's going to not put on for us.
Yeah.
So everything we did, she was our Beyonce. She was everything. She played the old president's flute. She did.
Oh
yeah. This is,
every time that I think about that, I smile. But I don't know how we got got into Lizzo based on what we were talking about before.
I forgot too, but fuck it, we're here now, so we can keep talking about like pop culture shit, whatever like that, because we know that AI shit that's another fucking like
that's probably a whole episode on its own.
Oh my gosh, it's even more than that. It's like I wouldn't even say that's like a me and Zen conversation, because that's a it's just so political.
Yeah,
it's got so much political ramifications to it. Just it's a motherfucking you don't really want to talk about. But then the thing is too, for me at least, like everything in the world right now is political. Like there's little sports going on, but it's football's in preseason. So right now it's still like on who gives a fuck as long as nobody from your team gets like injured. But I guess it goes back to my original point of just am I the only one who just you don't feel it?
What?
You just don't like feel that like just something ain't right. Like
oh yeah,
I heard China was able to infiltrate our defense systems, and they infiltrated Japan shit. Korea, they're talking about preparing for war. Like there's just something in the air.
There is, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's just something in the air.
100%. I know. I've been feeling that way for a couple of weeks. Honestly, I've just been like waking up and being like feeling kind of off. Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I just can't really put my finger on it. I'm just like I don't feel like myself. I've been like a little on edge. I don't know.
Yeah, like even Justin said something about that. He just was like, I don't know, I just been feeling like some shit's about to go down. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden, like, I just been kind of like, because I'm in the political shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, something behind the scenes is happening. And it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and it's a lot of shit. Like you had that guy down in Ecuador. He was running for president. And all of a sudden he gets assassinated, and he was like anti-fucking not like socialism and shit like that. But then all of a sudden he just ends up assassinated, and the FBI is going down there. First of all, the FBI deals with domestic crime. So why would they be going down there? You would be sending the CIA down there, if anything.
Yeah.
But then on top of it, like I said, you have the whole China thing, with Biden getting paid. Like it just something ain't.
There's somebody pissed in the pool, and like we just got to figure out where, like, essentially we got to trace it back to whoever's dick it was. Like at this
100%. Yeah, because it's like something ain't, and the shit's gonna go down. Like there's no question about that. The shit's gonna go down.
Yeah, because things have been relatively quiet too. Like nobody's even really talking about Ukraine. Like nobody talked about it. That hasn't been a thing for like months. And then like,
well, no, but they're still getting money though. So you will see that in the headlines. Like, oh, we're giving another 25 billion, giving another 30 billion, another 44 billion. So you'll see that. But like you said, they won't really talk about the actual war. But then you also notice, well, I don't know if you noticed, there's been a spike obviously in human trafficking and shit out there in the Ukraine.
Really?
A whole lot of displaced people. Yeah. So you fucking go out there dressed like some people and you fucking kidnap these fuckers. And they got no fucking idea. And it's fucked because the world's governments and the world leaders, they don't bring up trafficking on like the true. No. If you think about it, when's the last time you heard about human trafficking and sex trafficking?
I haven't, dude. Like, and
that's a lot easier than people think too.
Oh, 100%. Like you see it in movies and like in that movie Hostel, dude. Like it's just it was just so like.
No, but hold on. Simple. No, but Hostel. But how did they get their victims?
So what they would do, like I can't remember exactly how in the first one they got their victims, but in the second one, it was like 3 girls, and they were like vacationing, and they met this one like girl on a train, and they became friendly, and they all ended up in the same place at like a festival, and like the one girl introduced someone to a friend, and then like the friend and this one girl like went on a romantic boat ride, and then he like knocked her out, and like it like they just play like it. It's a lot of like plays on the stranger danger type thing. So like
right.
So like they just make nice with them, and then when they're like not looking or they pass out because they're too drunk or whatever, like feel safe or whatever, that's when it happens.
That's when they kidnap and bring them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
That's how I feel like that's how that shit happens in real life.
Oh yeah, and then son. So did I ever tell you a story about the time the same person tried to get me and Justin at 2 different times?
No.
This was years ago. So I think I was walking from my old apartment over here, or no, I was walking from here to my old apartment, and excuse me. As I'm walking, this car pulls like this Suburban pulls up on me. And this dude got like, rings on his finger and like on his bracelet, like, whatever the case. And he's like, yo, could you tell me where a gas station is? I was like, yeah, I got you, my man. Go to that light, make a right, and go all the way down.
Yeah.
Right. He was like, all right, cool. But I don't really know this area, yada, yada, yada. So can you like hop in the car and like, take me there? And then like, I'll give you like, I got no, like, what did he say? He said, I don't have that much money on me, but I can give you one of these bracelets or whatever the case. I was like, no. I said, go to the light and make a right. I said, I can't help you, man. And I was like cool about it. I was like, nah, man, I can't do that. Like, just go to the light. You make a right. You can't miss it. You'll be all right, bro. And I just like kind of like kept walking. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And then Justin tells me the same thing happened to him. Like it was like 2 or 3 weeks later. And here's the thing though. I'd never mentioned anything to him prior to, like, I never told anybody.
Dude, that's wild.
I just never told him. I was like, whatever. Like I was like, that's weird.
That's wild.
And then he said the same thing. I was like, that motherfucker was looking for people. And then I think that they said, like, yeah, it was insane.
I didn't. Well, I mean, especially in a smaller place like where you're at, like I didn't think that would be. I feel like that'd be way more noticeable. You know, like I've heard it's big here too. And like I've driven through areas where I was like, okay, I could see that happening here.
Listen, we were down there in your neck, well, not in your neck of the woods, but we were in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
And we had stopped in this rest stop.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was looking Mickey. It was looking Mickey. Like I was like standing, because my dad goes to the bathroom, but then I still had like my aunt, my mother in the car, so I was like standing outside, so I could like kind of go in there if he needed or whatever. He came out, he was like, there's some good old boys in there.
Yeah.
He was like, but I don't know if it's the kind I'm used to. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm just used to like the racist ones who like hate you. He was like, these look like they want to like take you. And I was like, take you like they like fucking like men take you, or like take you as like your body. He was like, me. And I was like, oh shit.
Like, shit, dude. What town was this?
We were coming through. This was were we in Carolina yet? Or were we in Virginia still, actually?
I'm trying to think the way you guys came down. Did you guys take 81?
We took the Chesapeake.
Okay, so you went through like close to New York City.
We came out to Chesapeake and we were in some town. I think because Chesapeake is only like what 20 or 30 minutes from Elizabeth City.
I think so, yeah.
So it was some town. So maybe it was before Chesapeake. I don't know, but it was like in Virginia or Carolina. I think it was Carolina. I want to say it was night, and it was like, actually no, it had to be Virginia. I'm lying because this was before Chesapeake, and no, because it was a rest stop. I don't remember, but it was fucking Mickey. No, it was Carolina. It was like welcome to the Carolina sign.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's like that type of dude.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
Pull over, and it was like the pitch black, and it's just that shit is open. I guess maybe it was the worker, maybe two of his friends. Yeah, it's like a few cars there, and then like it was a lot of shit was Mickey.
Dude, well, that's like so in Charlotte, it's very like it's way more liberal than it is like outside of like you get like.
Can you see me?
Not really. There you go.
Oh, did my screen just go black?
Yeah, a little. I mean, I could see you, but you weren't like well lit.
Oh, okay, cool.
So like I always talk about like where I'm at in Charlotte, it's like pretty liberal, and then as you branch out, so like you'll go up here to like Kannapolis, and then you get like a little more conservative.
Now, is it conservative or we don't like nobody who don't look like us?
So I think I would consider that a little more conservative because it's within earshot of the city. So you still have a lot of like blending. So you go.
We don't prefer it, though.
Yeah, it's like we usually keep our heads down.
We keep our heads down and we just do what we have to do, and we keep it in the family because family is all you got nowadays.
Then when you get to Concord, it seems like much more like that.
Listen here, you come out here, you better not be caught around these parts after dark now, because I tell you right now, you better ride right on true.
And even like
we're gonna fix something for you, nice, all right? Sure will.
Even like in the town of Concord, it's really nice. But like if you go down any like you get like even 5 minutes outside of that, it's like the Civil War.
Take your ass back to Concord. We don't play that here.
Yeah, it's like,
down here, see some scenery.
It's like the Civil War was a wives' tale or something like that.
You want to know how your great grandfather was the greatest man to ever live?
Yeah. And then South Carolina, that's just
we hate everybody.
Yeah,
that's not the right kind of white, because you can be white and still wrong. You got to be American white.
Yeah, like if you tan,
believe in Jesus.
Yeah. That's exactly. If you tan a little too much, you get some side eyes in South Carolina.
What's that? What? Billie Jean, what they call that thing? The ancestry in me. What does yours say? What is it? He's so dark. He's so Italian, you say?
I knew we should have. See, that's why I'm all for closing these borders. We're getting
look at him. Look at he probably a Mexican. That's what it is. You know they say they Italian all the time.
We just have Italians driving over here thinking they can do whatever.
I know some who would, if they listen to this right now, what we were saying, they would fucking, oh gosh. I remember I called one of our good friends, right? So one of our very, very, very good friends. You probably know what I'm talking about. We used to go to dinner with all the time. And one of our very good friends, this bitch has been biting my shit. Yo, don't be fucking licking yourself. Hey, Panda. Hey, bitch. You fucking whore. Oh, yeah, now you're going to stop. You know I'm talking to you now, bitch. Yeah, I found you biting my shit. Don't ignore me. Fucking whore. I'm sorry. One of our fucking, she's a fucking whore. Her and fucking you ain't shit, and your fucking sister Chi-Chi ain't shit. The only one that's good is fucking Brown.
Yeah, Brown.
One for Brown. Fucking, you fucking horse. So our good friend, this was when we were fucking like freshmen. Well, I was a freshman, you were a sophomore.
Yeah.
And I went up to him one day in the Commons. This was still during camp. And I was like, yo, player. He was like, yo, what's up? I was like, you half Mexican or something?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Bruh, for people who don't know, I'm talking about this short, stout Italian fellow who he has like a natural tan. And he was like, listen. He was like, are you fucking with me, right? Are you being a dick? I was like, no. I was like, what are you? Are you Mexican or something? He was like, I'm fucking Italian. And I was like, why are you so dark? He was like, you never met Italian people. I was like, not like you. And then I had to explain to him. I was like, I came from a school where all I know is like, you know, hey, listen, I was ignorant to the inner workings of you whites. Like my school, I had black people and then the different kind of black people within that, like the different cultures, like, you know, the Caribbean, the African, yada, yada, yada. And then also with Spanish people. So then like, for me, like I also knew like Latin America, South America, like all that shit, like it encompasses different shit. So I was like, oh, what are you nigga? Like you fucking, you know, Mexican and maybe like El Salvadorian type shit. Like, you know, what's that last name? Like it's kind of cut short. And then he was just like, no, I'm fucking Italian, man. Like, and I wouldn't say that to anybody else because that's real. Like, we're cool, but that could be offensive.
I know exactly how he's like talking. Yeah. I had a friend who like, well, I always had fun doing this, but like it's kind of like worse when I do it. But like I had a friend
I did
like
it unsuspectingly.
Yeah. No, I did it on purpose just because I knew it would get a rise out of him. But he was like from Ecuador. His family was from Ecuador, but he like the way his eyes like sat like mine. So
no, you didn't.
I would like.
You probably called him like Vietnamese or some shit, not even Chinese. You probably called him some obscure shit.
Well, we were out like I at like one of our like a third party was just like told me because I was like we were cool, but we weren't like tight yet. And they're like, oh yeah. Charlie's Chinese. I was like, oh, right on. And he goes, oh, fuck you. Like, oh, I was like so mad. So it became a running joke when we went out. Would be like, oh, hi, like I'm Kevin. This is John. This is our Chinese friend Charlie.
Yo, so do you still hang out with Buddy?
No. Like we've all kind of lost touch. Like they're up in New York.
Oh, that sucks because I was about to say, listen, if you see Charlie's ass again, you could, because what you could be like, hey, Charlie, are you like Hong Kong Chinese or Xi Jinping Chinese? Like, there's a difference. Like, you Hong Kong motherfuckers are cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you Ying Ping Jing or whatever, you Ji Ping Ying motherfuckers, yeah, I don't want to.
I just like, especially like in our small town, saying something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole's go. You like 7 or 8 heads would turn. Like, we got Chinese in here. Like,
I told you that they taking over everything. Look at that.
Yeah.
You got the Mexican. Where they come from? What's the Coast Guard doing?
he don't even listen to Dirks Bentley, does he? Like, Oh, dude, that's just
First the blacks, now the Chinese. What's next? Surprised we don't got no Mexicans up in here yet.
yeah.
Yeah, probably do. They're everywhere.
Oh, we're
They are.
canceled.
They're like, listen, you think about it, because everybody is. If you think about it, like, there's just, if you have a major, like if you have a major country, like a big country, your people are going to be everywhere.
That's true.
just-
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how that shit goes. Like, it's just the way
Yeah.
of Americans think about it like this way. But you know what I mean? Like, hey, over there in fucking Europe, for some reason they look at everybody from the Middle East the way that America looks at fucking Mexicans. Oh, they're losing their mind over there. They like, we are losing our culture. They're taking over. And they're going to collapse society.
Yeah.
Y'all figure it out. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
let the
no,
motherfuckers go out there and pray 7 times a day. Who gives a fuck? Just fucking
Yeah.
don't be a dick about it.
Exactly.
But,
I
but
meant
some
to
of them
ask-
are over there causing problems. Some of them are over there causing all kinds of hell.
That's
Yeah,
that's
like that.
anybody.
Oh, that's everybody.
I want to know though what a Hinton family reunion is like.
Oh, you said my government.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. It was groovy. A lot of the fun stuff I can tell you off air.
Okay.
But the real, like, the real fun stuff I'll tell you off air. But it was good to see everybody again. You know what I mean? I haven't seen everybody in a while. My uncles and them can still fucking cook like the best of them. My aunts can still cook like the best of them. Never, like, you know, what I mean? You won't forget it. It's good seeing the house again. Just seeing her. She's kind of being down there, but like it was like, all bullshit aside, very fun. It was good to be together without a fucking funeral. Just kind of going down there having a good time. I mean, I wish some of my cousins around my age was there a little bit more.
Yeah,
I was
there's people to bullshit
you
with.
know what I mean? But I was my brother had stopped by, so that was pretty cool. And
That's what's up.
yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool. Like, it was like, it was groovy, but I will say this. I used to say that I wanted to retire in the South, retire in Texas, somewhere down there. The weather's nice. It's good.
It's all right.
The taxes are all right, right? The way of life is all right. You know what I mean? That's what everybody says. And I want to say, I don't give a fuck. Because that heat was a different kind of heat. There's no reason I'm just standing outside. I had to go through 3 shirts. I don't give a fuck if I did do some manual labor a little bit. That's ridiculous. And take another fucking step further, because my family is in the back country. We country folk. Country. You understand me? My uncle did not spray the yard like he was supposed to. I had like 17 mosquito bites. Not exaggerating.
Yeah, dude. That's how it is. The heat part of it, like.
And then the bugs on top of it. And then you have gnats as well. And like, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. You popped in my head. I was like, this motherfucker moved down here for this. I'll take winter any fucking day. I was telling all of them, I was like, fuck this heat. I was like, I'm going in the house. I'm not coming out here anymore. Like, I got my food and I went inside. I stayed inside. I was like, this is bullshit. I'm not going out there.
So the key is to like not go outside.
It was a barbecue.
Yeah, and that's all right. I mean, you go outside, grab some food, go inside. Like that's how I like in the summers, New York summers, they're like fun to be outside.
See,
Well,
yeah, exactly.
North Carolina summers, you go to like sweat some shit out.
But
like,
it doesn't bother the old people. They be out there fine because they're always cold anyway. Like it feels so nice out here, y'all. Come outside. It's a barbecue. Like, I'm not coming out there.
It's a beautiful day. I'm only putting on 2 sweaters. Like,
I am dying right now. Dying inside. Did have a great conversation about religion with my uncle and shit. It was very interesting.
That was cool.
Like, shut up. He's he married into the family. Him and my aunt are both ministers, and it's like, oh yeah, God, Jesus really be banging with y'all too. Like, you can.
I like that phrase.
When they get there, you just feel it. Like, and I don't. And here's the thing though, and this was like dope about it though. it's not like they're not like like it's a very like calming and welcoming feeling though. Like that's what I mean why like when I say like, oh, you can tell God and like, oh, he bang with y'all, because like nobody's perfect, but like you can just like feel it. Like you're just like, oh, okay. Like y'all are just like y'all are just like at peace and want to help people find peace. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's what he kind of put y'all down here to do. And like, and they obviously like, still regular people, like, but they bang with Jesus, but it's dope. Like, I got like like another uncle that was like that too. Like, it was like my family's very religious.
Yeah.
So it was just cool, like just being there. I was like, oh yeah, I forget. Like, not the religion part of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, even though I have no problem with it, you know what I mean? Obviously, but what I'm saying is like more so like just the whole encompassing. You're just like, oh yeah, I forgot how hilarious y'all are. Cause I'm used to my family up here, and like my family up here, they bang for Jesus, but a lot of them, with the exception of a few, them niggas is crazy too. So them niggas is like, they'll tell you, I'm a work in progress, baby. I'm a work in progress.
Yeah. So they're like, I mean,
I'm gonna go to church. I will still curse you out. I will still
curse
you out with no problem. Whereas them, they'll just like legit, you piss them off. You know what? I ain't gotta do nothing to you because God gonna handle it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You don't want nobody anointed and saved telling you and leaving a conversation saying God gonna handle it. Let me tell you something. You're done. You're dead. You might as well just go ahead and just fucking kill yourself now, because nothing good is coming from it after that. If somebody say you mess with a child of God, let me tell you something, Duffy. If they put the finger out and said you done mess with a child of God, you know not what you did. He gonna handle it. You know what? I'm gonna pray for you because I know what my God's gonna do to you.
Yeah,
I'm
like
telling you, bro. You don't want the smoke. You don't want
they, they make you feel like they make you feel like it's almost like you do something. They're like, God will take care of you, and you're like, yeah, whatever. And then you go get in your car, and it spontaneously combusts. And
what do you got to say about that?
It's like, good one, God. Like,
yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, son. Yo, it'd be crazy. They like, oh, you thought, oh, okay.
Dude, I do have to tell you, the Duffys never had family reunions growing up. So the only time in my life I met my dad's side of the family was when my grandma died. And it was because partially my dad was so difficult to be around.
I hear you.
So like meeting them, like I knew my dad was Italian. My dad.
You're Italian?
Yeah, my dad's like half.
Oh, he's half Italian, half Irish.
Yeah, pretty much.
And your mama's just straight American?
She's a whole mix of shit.
American.
Yeah, just to say, yeah.
She's American white.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One of those. And I remember
it's autumn motherfuckers coming over.
Yeah. But like my dad's side of the family, like we're like, all right, we're gonna go to Uncle John's house. I was like, all right, cool. He always sent me like $5 for Christmas every year. And I was up until I was like, I don't know, 18, 19. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Do you still talk to him?
No. I think he passed away. But I don't know. This is the only time.
That's a hell of a thing to say on the podcast. I think
I only met him in person once.
I don't know if the nigga still. He stopped sending that money back in like 2008.
Yeah.
He died. I think he died in like 11 or 12. Good man.
That's awful of me to say. Yeah, he started. I remember I was like 22, 23, and I got like a check for $5. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
cool.
shit. So all right. So he stopped at like 13. No, 12. I graduated 12.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Oh.
I remember like walking into his house, and it was like my grandmother's just like all her siblings. She had like I want to say like 6 or 7, Dude, I'm telling you, I walked into this house and I felt like a monster. Nobody was over 5'2", and I was walking around picking up these old people, like, "Hey, nice to meet you," like putting them back down and stuff.
Yeah, I play football. Yup.
Yeah.
Give me the food. Give me the fucking food right here, right now. Hey, what's up? What's up, Uncle Billy? What's up, player? How you doing? I'm fucking Kevin. Yeah, I run the place now. Thank you,
Dude. Dude, I like you would have thought I was like white Shaquille O'Neal or something, just walking around amongst these like little people. And
did the gabagool just come out of you? Did you just fucking like did a pinky ring just show up on your finger? Did you get like a
kinda
and Tony Soprano ring? You just start walk around. Hey!
Yeah. Well, I was like looking, I was like, why can't all of you be on the teams that I play in college? Like I would destroy you guys.
Fucking Warren Sapp out here, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So Duffy, what do you play? Division III football? Oh, that's gotta be rough. It's the fucking roughest. Have you heard of the Ithaca Bombers?
Oh, good God. I remember, yeah, dude. I remember
hate them so much.
I just remember getting my ass kicked all the time.
What? Oh, during the games?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember. I don't actually remember you getting your ass kicked. I just remember you like not moving.
Yeah. Well,
like, you know what I mean? Which is your job,
right? Well, I mean, like at my job, I was pretty solid, but I
That's
just
what I mean.
remember like those defensive drives used to be like the longest.
You used to do this walk. Your hands would go like this, and your gloves were always open for some reason. Like, why is his gloves open? Like,
I was like, oh my God, not another 15-yard run. Oh.
He goes, fuck RJ, fucking Schweitzer, somebody.
Yeah, so and I remember
dying over here.
I remember coming back to the sidelines and like they kicked the ball off to us. I was like, all right, I got a few minutes to rest. It was like, all right, punt team. I'm like, motherfucker. So
listen, the offense, like there will be times it'll be bad, but then there will be times we have sustainable drives. It was like all the time, like he would never run it when he was supposed to, and he never passed me. It was just weird. But then once again, whenever I say it, everybody's like, "Oh, you're just an asshole." Justin. I was like, I don't know. I played there too, and I remember the fucking hardships, especially fucking being out there when you're fucking just like we're on a drive. Like nothing's more frustrating for me. Why would you leave me alone? At that time, he was a 3-time All-American, and he was going to get the 4th one after that year. One-on-one with his D tackle and no sliding. Didn't slide to the D tackle at all, not one bit.
What game was this?
Alfred, Nick Rapley, my last one. Never forget it.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember Nick Rapley. Nick Rapley was fucked. First of all, Nick Rapley fucked everybody up. Like, you know what I mean? And he was fucking motherfuckers up since 75. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even before, like, my freshman year, he fucked niggas up.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, he fucked niggas up. My junior year, niggas got him.
Okay.
Because niggas slid to him.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, niggas forgot to slide to him.
Yo,
Hinton, I remember coach was like, Hinton, do we need to pull you? Are you okay? Because remember I had like the knee. I had hurt my knee like 2 weeks prior. He's like, you all right? I was like, Coach, pull me for who? For who? Who can go in there?
Yeah, I do. I do remember that because I was clipboarding at the time.
I was like, who can go in there for that? And why are you niggas not helping me? He's a 4-time All-American. And I remember just being like, can we slide to me? And I remember just like Pony being like, well, I need to slide too, because fucking, the DN. And I was like, every fucking play?
Yeah. Well, dude, I remember like because Alfred somehow always had like defensive studs, like all Americans. And I remember like my senior year when we played them, they were talking about that linebacker. And
I forgot him, but he was every bit of juiced up to the gills.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Number 44, I believe he was.
Yeah. Like and I remember like we were talking about him on defense, and I was just like, glad I'm a D tackle. I don't have to go again. So I was talking and I remember I was talking a big game about filling in for fullback at one point, and I was just like,
not this one.
Not this week. I'm good. Like,
Krug, you got this. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he tore. I remember he tore his Achilles that year. That's why.
Yeah, and then we got him my senior year. But who played fullback that year?
Few people.
Because it wasn't Joe Flo.
No,
He stopped playing.
he stopped playing. And I remember.
I just remember everybody talking about how hard he used to hit his freshman, and then he lost weight. And they were like,
He
"Oh,
did,
he
yeah.
lost weight."
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I don't know." What? Like, I was like, because he still fucking had a pop, but then he was like, I got a bigger pop, and I was like, but you still hit hard now, like,
yeah.
I don't know, like, I don't know. I think you're fine, but fuck if I know.
Yeah, he just didn't like work out. Like he lost the weight, but he didn't like replace it with muscle.
I got you. That's kind of, well, listen, I don't know. When you think about though, like we were low key Blue Mountain State.
Yeah,
we were legitimately like actually no, didn't Blue Mountain State win?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right, so we were like the losing version of them niggas.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, we only ever got blown out like 2 times a year, and that was usually to like those really high ranked teams, like
Salisbury.
Yeah, Salisbury, and like usually like one other one in the conference, like St. John and Fisher usually fucked us up every year.
Yeah.
Because they were always like highly ranked and shit like that. But the rest of the games were always manageable and winnable. That's the thing I remember.
Yeah, I
lost by a touchdown again.
Yeah.
Like, again.
It was always like a 1 or 2 score game, and I remember
losing my field. Oh, remember losing my field goals left to right. Like you kicking ass niggas.
Yeah.
You kicking ass. Like,
yeah.
I get it. We may miss a tackle. We may miss a block out here, but you niggas are always missing kicks. You niggas
That's what you do.
Every fucking play.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm not shitting on them, but I'm shitting on them. Like,
yeah.
You never made the shit when we needed to.
Yeah.
Never. I could never be like, oh, we got a game-winning kick. I don't remember. Oh, no, there was one. There was one, I think, game-winning kick. Oh, no, it wasn't. Them niggas missed the kick.
Wait, what game was that?
I forget. We were home, and then niggas was, like, happy and shit. Like, yay. And I remember I think this is when I was in my bitter phase.
Okay.
I could have been maybe I probably was a sophomore at that time. That was before my injury. Because when I had got to start my junior year, I was doing all right, and then I got hurt, and then Mark went in there and he fucking did what he had to do. Can't get mad at him for that. And then he got hurt, and then Bell went, but then Bell was the first one to get hurt. That was like that right guard position was a revolt. All 3 of us got hurt.
Just everybody getting fucked up over there. I remember. Well, dude, I remember.
And went right back to Bell.
Yeah, I remember,
which was good because it was his senior year anyway.
Yeah, he deserved to play. He stuck that out. But I remember,
even though I used to hate that shit, though, I hated that saying. Like he deserved. I remember just being like, I was like, who fucking deserves to play, or should you play? Because not for nothing, those motherfuckers, like Bell was one of the people I believe that should have been playing, but like it's a lot of projects that they just let happen. You know what I mean? And there's one project that worked. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I got nothing bad to say about Big Pony.
That worked out well.
There was fucking some other shit that was happening sometimes. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Our right tackle position was not solidified until Carnivale got there. I said what I said.
Chad Cassidy and Bobo niggas did not do it.
No.
Niggas was just tall. And niggas was like, and Cassidy was like, he just was at the right time, right place, and Bobo was just fucking tall.
Yeah.
Can you tell I'm bitter?
Dude. You're telling me
well, not really, because we just talk about I don't think about it all the time, but since we talk about it. But this is what happened when you fucking 5'9".
Dude. Yeah, I tell people all the time, if I was at least like 6'1", I might have had a shot at D1.
Listen, I would have at least went D2. I'm not even gonna, even though I know in my heart of hearts, I know what I would have did, but like I'll be humble. I would have at least went D2. Yeah. I would at least had the shit paid for fully. Like I would.
Yeah. Instead of poor Susan paying for a bulk of that.
Yeah, fucking Jesus Christ, those Parent Plus things was a son of a bitch. But then you still got a regular one sticking. But whatever. We gotta do what we gotta do. Fucking eventually make some money if society doesn't collapse, because that shit is not gonna fucking last.
Dude, hopefully it's soon. Like I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of this adult stuff.
No,
man.
I fucking. You know what's crazy? I'm talking about society collapsing. I want kids. Like no. Well, them niggas have the same thoughts that but then I guess every generation says the same thing, right? So, it's just like, all right, whatever. Fucking have some kids and let them think about it, and then they have kids and think about it. I don't know.
Well, I feel like, I don't know what metrics they're using at MIT for this. I'm sure they're somewhat credible, but
I think it was back in the 70s when it was first set, I think, if I wasn't mistaken by that article.
Because I feel like society as a whole always thinks society is collapsing, and like the 70s, it's like, oh, that hair metal is coming out. This is the end for society. And then it's like in the 80s, it's like, oh, that grunge is coming out. It's the end of society. And then, Facebook actually fucked it up.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, Japan, I guess there's some fucking fish that shows up in Japan in their like culture, and whenever that fish shows up, catastrophe follows it. Well, they found the fish. I remember reading an article being like, oh shit, that's crazy. And then a few days later, I found out that China fucking hacked their defense system.
China is on one right now, man.
Yeah, well, they're you know what China's doing. What the U.S. has done.
That's true.
Like, not for nothing. Like, it sounds crazy, but like, nigga, you don't think that we've also infected their shit too? Like,
yeah, no, we definitely have. And there's definitely some kid in his room. That's all he does. And
why would we tell the people?
Yeah.
America, let me tell you something. We're a republic. Our government is fucking dirty. They lie to us multiple times every day.
Yeah.
And they give us fucking quarter truths.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, try to do this to that. Well, they could have been a response to something they did, or you know what I mean? Like,
right.
What if it's just China flexing? But like, we can do it too, because we were like, oh yeah, we did that shit, and then we were just like, we knew you were gonna do that. Well, we're gonna use it for this because we want this anyway. This is a military-industrial complex that wants to inch us closer to war. And I guess there's like this doomsday clock, and I think it's only like let me see, let me look it up, the doomsday clock before we head on out of here. Okay.
Are you pulling that up on the big screen?
I'm trying to find it. Okay. If I could find it. Where's the website? It's supposed to be a website. Why is the doomsday clock like? Well, what is the clock like? Who created the clock? And I just want the fucking current time. I don't give a fuck. All right. So can you see me?
Oh shit. I can see you. Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I thought I lost you for a second. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put this here. All right, and then so the current clock right now for the doomsday is 90 seconds to midnight. 90 seconds before all hell breaks loose.
So that's really soon.
Nigga, all it's gonna take is just one bad accident. And you best believe it's going down.
What if it's the butterfly effect, though? Like somebody had a piece of gum and they threw the wrapper on the floor and that sparks it.
Wouldn't surprise me, or somebody getting into or it's like what if it's like 6 or 7 new people? Like I've seen a movie where like they started these new jobs, or they fucking like got into some shit, and it's just like that was the catalyst, because then they're gonna do something that's gonna lead to this, gonna lead that, and that's the fucking catalyst. That's over. It's over.
Or like someone scratches their butt and makes somebody like misstep one way, and like it's just something dumb. I always say, and then it leads to like, I don't know, a chain reaction of things, and then somebody presses the nuclear missile button, and here we go.
We're off to the motherfucking races.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Now we're talking. That's what I want to see.
I don't, because
I know. I'm kidding about that.
He's not people. Or he actually is. He's fucking around people. He doesn't fucking want it to end for all of us.
Yeah.
Yet. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Not getting old with everybody does sound cool on some Bert Kreischer shit. Like, all right, well, party's done for everybody, and I'm like still in good prime condition. So when I get to heaven, it's like, all right, I can still be cool.
Well, when you get there, I feel like you get to choose your vessel.
I think he's probably gonna send my ass to purgatory.
I know
if purgatory is real, that's definitely where I'm going to go. Or like if it's like, you weren't bad, but you weren't good.
Yeah,
you've earned a second chance at this. Didn't get it right. And the Hindus are right the whole time.
They'll see me and they'll be like, Kevin, we're not angry with you. We're just disappointed. and come in, and you had to sit in this corner of heaven by yourself and face the wall. Did your mic go out? It did.
I
Yeah,
put the
they-
mic back in because I kept hearing this weird thing, but I think it's actually, to be honest with you, it's probably my fucking headphones the whole time. And it is the headphones the whole time. And hold on, don't talk though, because I can't hear you. But I know the people can hear me, and this is some real ghetto shit, people. But this is what happens when you go live, baby. And with all of this said, and with all these technical difficulties and whatever they call it else, I just want you to know something, baby. I still hear that noise, and I am Dean.
I'm Duff.
And the noise went away. All right, we're out. Peace, love, and fucking chicken. And y'all go out there, have fun. Don't get anybody pregnant. Maybe get somebody pregnant. But if
Yeah.
you do that, make sure you get a paternity test towards the end because these